ready to do cross section. So go ahead and copy what you have over here. You may want to turn off your red lines, your construction lines, so you don't copy that one. So hide category. Now you copy, and place it a little bit up here. All right, cancel. It wants to do it in reference. So copy. Let's see if it doesn't pick up any. There we go, we're good. Now we would like to rotate it in the direction of the floor plan, looking at the cross section. So I want to rotate it 90 degrees. So I'm going to go from there down 90 degrees. There we go. So the cross section is right over here. We're looking in that direction. We're going to clean up all the dimensions. Took out all the dimensions. Now we're going to trim against this line. So trim against here. Keep everything that's above it. Get rid of everything that's at the bottom. There we go. We're cutting the section right over here. If you like, you can move down a little bit. Okay. All right. So we're cutting the section right over here. So we're going to use the detail line construction. Here we go. So I'm just going to come back down here and make multiple lines right off here. So here we go. Copy one wall and the second wall. All right. So now I'm going to just simply draw the ground line, detail line. So here's my ground line. Now I'm going to offset 8 inches for the floor line. So that's my floor line. On this side, my ceiling height, the top of the wall, is 8 feet. So I'm just going to do 8 feet. On this side, the top of the wall is at 12 feet above the floor line. So I'm going to go 12 feet. So here we go. There we go. Alrighty. So I had an extra line. Now my 8 feet has got to do with this point, so I want to make sure I'm very clear. It's the interior. This is the exterior. I want to make sure that I'm very clear. I'm going to do the section, connect the lines, annotate. So my roof goes from there to there. My roof is 1 foot thickness, so I'm going to offset 1. Here's my 1 foot. My overhang is 1 foot 4, so I'm going to offset 1 foot 4 inches. Here we go. And I'm going to chamfer for my overhang. That allows me to see this process. I'm ready to draw the outline. But before I do that, I want to just quickly do the window layout, okay? And so what I like to do is trim against here, this side, trim against here, that side. So the floor line is actually quite clear. All right. So now what I like to do is offset 8 inches, actually 6 inches for my window frame from the ground line. All right. So it's nice to sort of shorten that up. I'm going to shorten it up so it actually can be seen easily. My window size is 3 feet 6. I'm going to offset 3 feet 6. Here we go. And my window frame is right 2 inches. So what I like to do is copy multiple from here to here. One more time. To here. So that's my window layout. I'm ready now to dark line. All right, so annotate, go to this one. It's my section cut line, so it's my line number 5. So there, there, and there, 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 and there. I'm going to just continue. So I dark lined around the walls that I'm actually chopping through. Now I'm going to look at this, and that looks a little bit fat. Remember, lines that are close to each other, you may want to go a little bit thinner. So right now is line 5. I want to change it to line 4. That looks a little bit more appropriate, so I'm going to copy that from there to there, and there it is. Okay, the ground line is number 5, remember. So annotate, detail line. Number 6, I'm sorry, the thickest line that we have. Here's my ground line. And here's my ground line in the back. Now I'm ready to do the glass line, and I'll do the glass lines the same way as I did the floor plan. So here you can actually see the ground lines are slightly thicker. Section cut lines identify the volume. They never go loose except at the ground line, and they constantly make a loop right here. Since the lines were close to each other, I want a little bit thinner right there. Instead of using number 5, I used number 4. And with the windows, I used 1 for the window glass lines and then 2 for the window frame. I'm ready to do the dimensioning. Now try to do the windows. So I created a guideline for fireplace opening as well as the window. Let's tackle the window first. So the window sill is at 3 feet. So I'm going to take this line offset at 3 feet. And the window head height is at 6'8", or it could be aligned with this line over here. Let's see if we can align it with this one. All right, so I'm going to go back and actually take this line and just pull it back and see if I can actually pull it back all the way. There we go. That looks like a good good location for the window. So I'm ready to do my window, which is 3 feet at the bottom. I could also align it with this size if I wanted to. So I can also go right along here and do that if you want. So any of those two would be fine. So right now I'm just going to do window, and window is the elevation behind. So it's a thinner line. So I'm going to annotate detail line. So I'm going to go with number 2, and I'm just going to draw a rectangular line like this. So that's my window. I'm going to get rid of this line for now. Now I'm going to offset 2 inches for the window frame behind it. So I'm going to offset 2 inches, or actually 1.5 inches, 1.5. There we go. That's my window frame, and there. And there. And it recognizes it, so it thins it out at some point or connects it out like this. Now, the interior of the window is far more important than the outside. So I'm going to take the interior and change it to line 1. So that one. You can put your finger on the control if you want to pick multiple and then change it to line 1. And there it goes. I'm going to change this one also to line 1. Now if you like to make a difference with that one, you can go to line 3 so you can see the variation between the lines. So I'm going to go to line 3 so you can see the line hierarchy and the variations, and sometimes you like to play with that so you get it. So here we go. So now here you can see the line hierarchy. I'm going to get rid of this one for a second. Line height category. So you here, if I looked close, you can see the inside of the window a little bit thicker than the outside. Alright, so it's pretty clear what we did. We pulled down the lines for the window as well as the fireplace. The dimensions are given to you. When it comes to dimension, let me just first clear this up. So isolate category or hide category, I apologize. So here you can see I only gave either the window, you give the dimension either to window sill or the window head height. When you look closer, you see the line hierarchy so that the interior is thicker line, the outside is thinner line. When it comes to the mantle, I went thicker, and then all the way around. This is the back of the fireplace, and so the product is finished.